Hello, I'm John Collins, President and CEO of VeruTEK Technologies. VeruTEK is a forward-looking, high-technology, science-driven company developing innovative, sustainable, and green solutions for the significant environmental problems that we all face today. Thank you.
Welcome to 21st Century Business. I'm Alexander Haig. Removing coal tar and other chemical contaminants from an industrial or residential site without disturbing the surrounding buildings can be extremely challenging. Dr. John Collins, CEO of VeruTEK Technologies, is here to discuss how his company is simplifying the process and changing the way we think about environmental problems. Welcome, John. We're delighted to have you.
Thank you, Al.
Also joining us from Washington, D.C. is our industry expert, Roger Ballantyne, President of Green Strategies. Welcome to you too, Roger.
Thank you, General. It's great to be here.
Now, Roger, tell us about remediation market trends today.
Well, I think what you're seeing in the marketplace today, and really in our society in general, is a demand for a cleaner environment. You're seeing more awareness among consumers and, frankly, among voters that we do have some environmental problems remaining, as much progress as we have made. And people are demanding better results, and they're demanding that their environment be clean, and that's really creating a very strong market for remediation technologies.
John, what is VeruTEK doing to address these trends?
Well, we are developing new and exciting sustainable technologies to actually destroy contamination in place in a safe manner using plant surfactants and oxidants. And it's actually a revolutionary technology that we expect will change the way environmental remediation is done.
Very good. Now, for more on this very important subject, let's go to this 21st Century Business Field Report.
VeruTEK designs solutions using natural chemicals and chemical processes that are safe to human health and contribute to environmental sustainability. Through the development of new technologies for environmental remediation, VeruTEK Technologies is leading the effort to clean up the environment using green remediation.
This is a soil that's contaminated with pesticides, herbicides, petroleum products, and chlorinated solvents. VeruTEK invented a process by which we add natural plant oils and an inorganic chemical source together, mix those together, and pass them through the soil. And as they pass through the soil, they form nanoparticles that destroy the contaminants in the soil.
We've been following the VeruTEK technology because we believe it's a technology that can benefit our clients. Fuss & O'Neill has been around for 80 years, and we've been around for this long because we've helped our clients be successful. With this technology, we actually remediate or eliminate the contamination in the ground. Up to this point in time, many of our solutions have been to manage the problem in the ground, and the liability really hasn't gone away. With what this company has developed, we see a real potential to actually eliminate the problem and take it right off their books.
The company's environmental technology enables the cleanup of contaminated sites quickly and cost-effectively, meeting the goals of owners, regulators, and the community. By solving these problems, VeruTEK Technology advances the global challenge of providing a sustainable environment for future generations. For 21st Century Business, I'm Michael Clark reporting.
Roger, how has remediation been done in the past?
Well, in the past, remediation has really been a fairly basic process. Largely what's been done in contaminated sites is really wholesale digging up and removal of contaminated soils and contaminated properties, which is then shipped and put somewhere for safekeeping. And really what you're seeing now with demands rising for places to landfill contaminated materials and how much more difficult that is to do, what you're finding is a real need in the marketplace for new approaches and newer technologies as opposed to the old dig and remove approach, which has really been how it's been done in the past.
Now, John, how did you come to create VeruTEK in the first place?
Well, I've spent about 15 years in consulting industry, consulting to the EPA, the Department of Energy, Department of Defense on their contaminated sites, and on Fortune 500 companies, which also have contaminated sites. And one thing that came out of it was that at site after site, there was contamination that wasn't remedied because there's no best available technology. In the last couple of years, we've had some clients that have had this problem, and we came up with a solution that was safe and effective called surfactant-enhanced in-situ chemical oxidation that actually uses plant oils like castor oil, soybean oil, and oxidants to destroy the contaminants in place in a safe way. It's really the first green chemistry application to the field, and I think it's going to revolutionize the way we actually remedy sites, not only in the United States, but all over the world.
It's fascinating. Now, John, describe how your solution actually works.
It is a green chemistry solution, and green chemistry is important. We use plant surfactants, different types, corn oil, that are very safe for the environment. Many of them are FDA approved for actual use. We inject them into the soil, and we know where they're going to go, and we have them co-elute. They co-travel with an oxidant, very safe, something like hydrogen peroxide that's used commonly over the counter. They go and they travel to the point where the contamination is, whether it's 10 feet, 20 feet, or 70 feet down in the ground, and actually the surfactants slowly solubilize the contaminants, and then the oxidants destroy them, and all you have left is water and carbon dioxide.
Now, John, what are the technological implications of VeruTEK's technologies?
Well, I think they're going to be quite substantial. Right now, the predominant method for taking care of contamination is really just to dig it up and take it to a landfill. Now, a lot of times they just take it miles and miles away, and it really is not a sustainable remedy. We have the opportunity now to use something that's very safe, very green, and inject it into the ground, destroy the contamination in place, both under railroads or under houses with minimal impact, and actually get rid of these contaminants. Whereas previously, in the subsurface, we have thousands of sites where there's still contamination because there was no best available technology. This new technology actually can be applied to any type of organic contaminant.
At this juncture, we ask our guests to bring our viewers into the future.
Right.
And we're talking about the near term, the next year or two.
Right.
So what do you see coming down the road in your business over these next 2 years?
Well, we've tackled the subsurface contamination problem that plagued us for 25 years. And now we are devising better and better solutions in on that side of things. We think herbicides and pesticides are a tremendous problem, and we believe that we're going to provide a solution in the near term for herbicides and pesticides in soils. In the future, we're going to be tackling oil spills because we believe our plant surfactant oxidant mixtures can actually help improve the marine environment after oil spills. And in addition, we believe that water treatment is an appropriate market and that we have solutions for providing cleaner water, not only in the developed world, but also in the emerging worlds of Africa and Asia.
Now, how about you, Roger? What trends do you see for the future of green remediation?
Well, again, what you're seeing is a demand for something better. There's a lot less tolerance now for a degraded environment, and I think what technology is going to have to respond to in this marketplace is with approaches that work better, that require less disruption of the natural landscape and structure. So the trend's going to be towards new technologies that are going to allow us to clean up these sites and to remediate these properties to a very clean degree, but without wholesale destruction of the site. So the trend is clearly towards new technology.
Now, it seems that once again the clock tells me we're going to have to conclude this fascinating and very encouraging discussion. But before doing so, I want to thank you, John, for a very, very fine presentation.
Well, thank you, Al.
Good. And Roger, thank you for joining us as well.
General Haig, it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
And thank you for watching. Until next time, for 21st Century Business, I'm Alexander Haig.